My name is Fahia. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, and I'm so excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Bernabé Daniel Martinez. I'm from Mexico.
Okay, my name is Ugochi Cynthia Abazie, and I come from Nigeria.
My name is Maggie, Maggie Duma. I'm from Minnesota in the United States.
My name is Noha Yasir, and I come from Cairo, Egypt.
Hello, hi. My name is Manu Tommy Kalani, and I'm from India.
My name is Catalina Roballo, and I'm from Colombia.
In Uganda when I was working there, and also just at one point I was also a sexual assault advocate for victims survivors of sexually based violence, and during that time, like I said, I noticed a lot about how women were really taking the brunt of a lot of these conflicts, whether it's domestic in the house or at an international scale working with refugee women. And how there's really a gendered nature to conflict and to the trauma that people experience. And so when I started noticing this, I found out a bit more about the Rotary Peace Fellowship, and I started investigating more. And actually, the reason I know about Rotary is because I was a Rotary exchange student in Brazil in 2014. So I always had a very positive view of Rotary and the peace it can foster between people just by knowing each other. And now I have friends from all over the world, and it's amazing. So I found out about that they would also fund a master's, and I could pursue a master's in something that I'm passionate about and wanted to know a little bit more about on a more academic level and a more professional level. And so that's why I applied for the Rotary Peace Fellowship. And the peace centers all looked very cool, but Uppsala looked especially, it was the amount of data and information that they have here is really intriguing, and also Sweden is known for its UN peacekeeping missions around the world, and so I thought that would be a cool environment, and also it's known to be progressive in terms of gender equality. So also putting that all together, that's why I picked Uppsala.
So I applied for the Rotary Peace Fellowship to strengthen my theoretical knowledge on peace building strategies, so I can use the knowledge that I learn here to apply in a professional setting later on.
So sometimes things happen in life for a reason. I had the most chance encounter with one of my friend's father, who asked me to apply for the scholarship because we always used to have, who's a Rotarian, we always used to have these good conversations about what we want to do in life and peace and conflict. And I was just finishing my degree, and with his encouragement, I applied, and I thought it was a great opportunity to continue my to pursue my academic interest. I always wanted to do a PhD, and what brought me to Uppsala specifically was their focus on research. I have always used the Department of Peace and Conflict Studies research for my own personal studies, and I've always looked forward to being a part of UCDP conflict program. Many of the professors were like eminent figures in their field, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to engage with these experts, and also to like be with this community of peace fellows. That would help me become part of an international network of peace fellows and also like peace builders. So it's all these motivations that really came into my mind when I saw this opportunity, and I'm very happy that I am here. I have the opportunity to be here today.
I The Rotary Fellowship Program was something that resonated to me very strongly because having gone to Australia and done a previous master's degree, I had the opportunity to interface with Rotary Fellowship scholars who also came to study peace and conflict um, at the University of Queensland. I saw the amazing work that they did, um, even well on their fellowship program, and it sort of brought to bear some of the things that I really wanted to do in the areas of peace. Apart from being very active within their various Rotary districts, they sort of led several initiatives and campaigns, targeted at ensuring peaceful communities, and targeted at ensuring um, good learning practices in the area of peace studies. It was a skill set that I had been longing to acquire, And basically, looking at their skill set, that was what motivated me to apply for the Rotary Fellowship in Australia. And I chose Uppsala because out of the four centers, um, Uppsala was one center that had very good research component, and it also had an elective course on gender and armed conflict, which very much resonated with my work in ensuring peaceful communities, especially for vulnerable populations, women and girls, in times of conflict. So these were my motivations for applying for the fellowship and choosing Uppsala University.
So I applied to the Rotary Peace Fellowship because I believe that this opportunity will actually help me to keep strengthening my academic capacities, but also to keep building my professional background, to keep doing what I like a lot, that is working in humanitarian aid, to keep helping people, specifically refugees and internally displaced people, to find better living conditions. I choose Uppsala University here in Sweden because I heard that this conflict and peace program is one of the best programs in the whole world regarding building peace and research.
And the reason why I've applied for this program, the Peace Fellowship program, the Rotary Fellowship program, is because I'm very interested in the development and humanitarian field. And I actually wanted to improve my research skills.
So I applied for the Rotary Scholarship because I think it's a very good opportunity for my career and also for growing in my personal and my experience in professional life. The sponsorship of Rotary International is very important to achieve my master and also to be allowed to live in Sweden. So I think it's very important to exchange with other Rotary Peace Fellows and with my other scholar colleagues.
The sponsorship from the Rotary program means a lot for me since it gave me the best opportunity I've ever had in my life. I've always dreamt about doing this program, especially in peace and conflict study, and it gave me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, and not only for myself but for other people or the beneficiaries I'm helping in the humanitarian sector.
So I'm incredibly thankful for the sponsorship from Rotary. Without the sponsorship, I probably would not be here today to learn more about the field of peace and security. So thank you.
So for me, the sponsorship of Rotary International means a lot. First, it means to have the chance to keep dreaming and to keep doing what I love and to keep helping other people. Without this help, I wouldn't be able to be here to be studying a master abroad. And it also, I think, that helps me to keep learning, not only for myself, but to share and to keep building for other people who do not have the same opportunity to be here as me today.
Selected as one of the Rotary Peace Fellows is like a dream come true for me. One is that my application was favored over quite a multitude of candidates who had various skills and competencies, but Rotary selected me because they felt that I had potential. They also felt that I would good candidate to learn the practices of peace and then also go on to translate those skill sets which have been learned into practice. I feel very privileged because I know that this also places a very huge responsibility for me. One, in terms of being like an image maker, projecting the work of Rotary, and secondly, being able to ensure that the learning experience here is something, and acquiring the skill set that I have come to Uppsala to acquire is something that I can utilize to further advance the objectives of Rotary and peace within my community, especially in my career path involving improving the welfare of vulnerable women and children.
This opportunity has meant the world to me. It's great to be here and to be with such inspiring people and to meet Rotarians like you. And your kindness has enabled me to like really follow my academic ambitions. Like I said, I would love to pursue my PhD, and I cannot be more prepared by doing this course. So in any ways, it was kind of like the right timely opportunity for me to like nudge me in the right direction, gave me the opportunity to like commit myself to a path where I feel like in 5 to 10 years I can come out with like can contribute to the scholarship on peace and conflict studies.
Yes, like I said, having had the support of Rotary before as a Rotary exchange student in 2014 in Brazil, I started to really see the community that Rotary has and the support that they provide young, ambitious people, and the connections that they foster with all these people from all over the world. And so when I have the opportunity to be here now with more people from all over the world, meeting my classmates, but the other Rotary Peace Fellows and my host family, the sponsorship means it obviously it's helping me to progress in terms of my professional career, but also the sponsorship is more than that. It's connecting and seeing how people live and seeing their perspectives and exchanging ideas. And I think that it's really so amazing and beneficial that the Rotary Foundation and Rotarians support us, and it means a lot to be here.
Well, I see myself working in Colombia in the next years and making big contributions for the implementation of the peace agreements, and also for working with the communities and non-repetition measures and steps for reconciliation in my country.
My vision for my future career is to work as academic researcher and focus more on the research in conflict zone areas. And this is what I'm actually seeking to improve throughout my 2 years program. And after graduation, I would like to implement it in the field.
So I see myself as an academic in the field, and hopefully I hope like I would be able to produce research that would help policymakers to make this world a more stable, more fair and just world for the next generation.
In the future, I would like to work as a project manager in the field of women, peace and security in some capacity.
Hopefully, obviously, I will have this academic background that will allow me to continue working on gendered issues, but I think more broadly I'd like to be working in conflict settings across the world and ensuring that women have a seat at the table in terms of peace building and post-conflict settings as well, to ensure that women are able to have a part in those conversations. And so I don't know exactly what that is yet, but I'm sure it'll be somewhere interesting, and I'm looking to continuing this cross-cultural exchange and maybe integrating into new cultures, but doing that with something I'm really passionate about. So, yeah.
I think that being here in this position, it's a very nice experience, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility. So for me, this responsibility, it's not only about learning, but about applying it after graduating and about sharing and giving back to other people. So how do I see myself after this experience? Giving everything back outside, coming back to the field, coming back to humanitarian aid, but with a bigger mindset, like more prepared, with more experiences. How do I see myself specifically in 5 years? Maybe in an international organizations, but definitely working in humanitarian aid, pushing local policies for local integration and things for development.
As someone who has had and built her career in the development sector, I am hoping to basically continue my path, career path in that area, but greatly aspiring towards working with the UN Women, because it is an organization that is majorly focused on women. But I feel that having the skill set from Uppsala would make me stand out from the crowd in terms of being a woman peace builder who can learn my skills in that area and sort of lead communities and teams of development practitioners towards advancing peace building, especially for communities, and then also with the intersections of gender, or projecting a gender dimension of peace building. Um, Furthermore, I am also hoping that by 2025, even if I can make it into UN Women, I will definitely be working with an organization advancing the interests and the welfare of women and children, and also working to dispel all forms of violence against women and children.